Hello and welcome to my channel. Hi and welcome to the Mindful Living YouTube channel. Let's begin the spinal awakening flow in child's pose. Big toes touch, knees are mats width distance apart, and fingers are outstretched towards the top of the mat. If this pose is particularly uncomfortable, you can take another variation, bringing the knees close to touch and resting the torso on top. Arms are outstretched by the side of our body. Hands can grab the heels and in either position, shrugging the shoulders and the shoulder blades down the back and creating space between the base of the neck and the head. You may have to shift your forehead as you lengthen through your neck and as your spine becomes a little bit longer. And in both positions, we're creating a line of energy from the base of the spine, up the back to the shoulder blades, to the shoulders and the neck, to the forehead and the crown of the head. And if arms are outstretched, feeling the space created from the armpits to the elbows, to the fingertips. Allowing your body to be carried, allowing the weight of your body to be held by the floor beneath you. Dropping into your body, feel your limbs and your torso, your head, and notice the flow of breath as it moves through your body. On an inhale, bring your arms outstretched in front of you, and we're only here for a few breaths. Fingertips are stretched out towards the top of the mat, and we're creating this line of energy from the tailbone up the spine to the shoulder and the neck, the forehead, the crown of the head, from the armpits to the fingertips. And with this length in mind, with the space we've created in the spine, allowing the breath to be our anchor and matching breath with movement, we'll inhale and walk our hands over to the right side of the mat. Inhaling, walking the fingertips as wide as we can, and then from that space dropping your palms to the mat, breathing into the left side body, feeling as with every inhale, space is created in the left side body, and with every exhale, we soften. Inhale back to center and walk the hands over to the left side of the mat, walking the fingertips out just a little bit more to create space in the right and left side body without crunching into them, and then dropping the palms to the mat. With every inhale, lengthening through the right side body, feeling that side expand, and on the exhale, the chest comes closer to the floor. So we inhale back to the center. We're going to flow from child's pose into a baby cobra, keeping the hands and the knees exactly where they are. Pressing into the tops of the feet to lift the thighs and the knees slightly from the mat. Drawing the shoulder blades down the back. Lengthening through the neck. Pushing into your hands. On your exhale, shift back to child's pose. Drop the hips towards the heels. Inhale, shift forward from child's pose into baby cobra. Lengthening from the tips of the toes, up the knees to the hips, to the shoulders, to the neck and the crown of the head. On your exhale, push back into child's pose. Flowing through this a few more times at your own pace, maybe making the cobra a little bit more expansive each time. Exhaling back to child's pose. Inhaling for cobra, allowing the breath to guide each and every one of your movements, knowing that it may be a different pace than somebody else, and that's okay. Finding one more round. Inhale forward for cobra. Tuck the chin slightly to the chest to create length. Finding the full expression of cobra, lifting the thighs from the mat. And exhaling into downward facing dog with a big bend in the knees to really emphasize the position on the spine. Hug your low belly and your belly button towards the spine for Uddiyana Bandha, almost so that your torso and your thighs are touching, and weight is distributed evenly in the fingertips so as to not put too much pressure on the wrist or the thumb for Hasta Bandha, creating a suction with the earth. We're going to flow into cat, dropping the knees on an inhale, drop the belly and look forward. On your exhale, push the ground away and find downward facing dog. Land here, and on your next inhale, drop your knees and your belly, look forward for cow pose. And on your exhale, push the ground away, stretch through the shoulder blades, and find downward facing dog. And a few more times at your own pace. Inhale, drop the belly, look forward. Exhale, push the ground away, stretch through the shoulder blades, and find downward facing dog. Flowing with the rhythm of your own breath. Making sure that when you're in tabletop, your hips are stacked over your knees, and your shoulders are stacked over your elbows or stacked over your wrists. Landing in tabletop, taking a few rounds of cat and cow. Exhaling, pushing the ground away. Inhaling, dropping the belly towards the floor. Exhale, create space in your shoulder blades. Inhale, expand through the chest. A few more times at your own pace. Finding a neutral spine in tabletop. Begin to walk your fingertips forward for puppy pose, placing a block beneath the chest if this brings more comfort into the pose. Hips are stacked over knees. Toes can be tucked or untucked. The forehead is placed gently on the ground. And similarly to in child's pose, we're creating a line of energy from the tailbone to the crown of the head to the tips of the fingers. And if you want an adjustment, you can come up onto the fingertips and shift the weight forward so that your chin will make contact with the floor, causing your hips to shift forward slightly. Beginning to roll the body forward from the hips to the spine, dropping the palms and the forearms for Sphinx pose. Tuck the chin slightly to the chest, activating Jalandhara Bandha. Glutes are engaged, pushing into the mat with the tops of the feet and thighs. Feeling the flow of breath. Exhale, your forehead down to the mat. Releasing any muscle engagement and allowing the weight of your body to be supported by the floor beneath you. Feeling the rise and fall of the torso as you inhale and as you exhale. And when you're ready, pushing back into tabletop position. Shoulders stack over wrists, hips are stacked over knees. Kickstand the right foot out and extend the left leg long. Foot is planted into the floor, and inhale the left arm up towards the sky. Fingertips are spread wide. We're not dumping into the right hand, but lifting up through the torso. On an inhale, rise. Left fingertips come to the top of the left shin. Right arm reaches up and overhead. Breathing into the right side body. On your exhale, drop the right palm to the ground. Reach the left arm up and over your head. Inhaling into the left side body. Inhale, the arms sweep up. Right arm comes towards the sky. Breathe into the right side of the body. Exhale down. Left fingertips come up and overhead. Inhale up once more and hold here. Looking up towards the sky. Breathing into the right side body. Expanding on your inhales and relaxing on your exhales. Drop the right palm to the mat. Inhale the left arm up and over, creating a line of energy from the outside of the left foot all the way to the left fingertips. Staying here or reaching around to grab your left ankle for either a quad stretch by bringing the heels towards the butt or a slight back bend by kicking the ankle and the top of the foot into the hand to expand through the chest. Releasing gently back into tabletop. Flipping the right hand over so the palm is facing up and the fingertips are facing our torso. Begin to create fists with your right hand to release any tension in the wrist. Opening and closing the fist. Flip the right fingertips back over and we'll find modified Vashisthasana on the other side. Kickstanding the left foot out. Right foot extends long and reaches towards the back of the mat. Right arm is up towards the sky. And inhale, bring the right hand to the right shin, stretching through the left side body. Exhale, your left hand down to the floor. Right arm extends up and over the head, stretching through the obliques and the lats. Inhale, come up. Left arm stretches over top. Gaze is lifted. Exhale, left hand meets the ground. Right arm sweeps up and overhead. Find Gyan Mudra with the right fingertips. On your next inhale, rise. Right fingertips meet the shin. Left arm reaches towards the sky and slightly back. Gaze is lifted. With each inhale, expanding through the left side body. Next exhale, drop your left hand to make contact with the floor, creating a line of energy from the right foot to the right fingertips. Stay here or reach around for the right ankle with the right hand, finding a quad stretch by kicking the heel into the butt, or more of a back bend by kicking the top of the foot into the right hand, expanding through the chest, and releasing gently to find tabletop once more. Flip the left hand over so the palm is facing up and the fingertips are facing the knees. Begin to open and close the hand like a fist to release any tension in the left wrist. Opening and closing the palm as many times as you need until you're ready to shift back into child's pose, dropping the hips towards the heels, fingertips outstretched in front of us, relaxing the muscles in the face and the body, feeling the flow of the breath, feeling the flow of prana, of life force, move through our body and our breath, our blood and our bones. Silently repeating to ourselves, idam namama. We offer this practice to the lineage of the realized ones, to our ancestors and descendants, to our family and friends. To the world we offer this practice, and in honor of one another in the lineage we bow. Namaste.